Away from the noise, hustle, and bustle of the city, entering the community of 10 Hills is a lot like walking into another dimension, complete with watchful oak trees, garden goddesses, and a palpable temperature change.
You turn off of Edmondson Avenue and you feel like you've entered an oasis. It's like, oh my goodness, where did this come from?
I think you turn into 10 Hills and everything changes because you don't expect to find little mini estates, really, in Baltimore City, at least not the way in which Baltimore City is projected typically on the 6 o'clock news. There's a lot of variety in Baltimore City.
The green space and the tall trees are very calming, both psychologically and environmentally.
The temperature feels like it drops a couple degrees when I pull in my street.
5 to 10 degrees cooler than before you turn that corner.
You have tree cover, which keeps it a lot cooler.
Physiologically, it even lowers your blood pressure.
The temperature changes, the attitude changes. You take a step back in time in 10 Hills.
And I can also feel my heart rate go down.
I feel like I'm in the country.
The birds are always chirping.
You get up in the morning, a lot of birds.
At night we get tree frogs.
It really is an oasis in the city.
10 Hills is situated right on the western edge of Baltimore City, right off of Edmondson Avenue and Route 40. We are, I'd say, 5 minutes from the Beltway. We are 20 minutes from the airport. The public transportation is down on Frederick Road and also up on Edmondson Avenue.
You can actually get to downtown Baltimore within 15 minutes. The Baltimore Beltway 695 is just 3 minutes up the road. So you have ready access to get to any part of Maryland.
495 isn't that far, 95 isn't far, and 70 is right at your back door, so it's a great location.
I love the accessibility to Washington, D.C., to the Inner Harbor, to New York. I love the accessibility to anything that we need. We don't have to go too far.
Ten Hills was originally developed and advertised as a cottage community, as a summer home community for folks who lived and worked in downtown Baltimore. You could escape from the heat and the grime and the dirt of the city and come here in the summertime.
What I know about the history, I probably would start with the history of my own home. It's almost 100 years old. It was built in 1927 by J. Hammond Geis, who happened to own a lumber company, and he built this house as a wedding present for his daughter. 10
Hills is a historic district in Baltimore City. It was designated so by CHAP. It was done so because of two basic reasons. One is the great variety of housing styles that we have in the neighborhood, and the other one is the magnificent Olmsted-like layout of the streets and the landscaping. The houses are set far apart, which allows greenery to flow everywhere between the houses and out into the streets.
Right here, my house was a Sears Roebuck designed house. People say it's a catalog house. We haven't found it in the catalog, but we have the original blueprints. It was designed by Sears and Roebuck. The house at the end of the street here was a Sears catalog home, straight out of the catalog. It's called the Penn's Grove.
Housing styles that are represented in 10 Hills include Colonial Revival, Tudor Revival, Georgian Revival. There are two arts and crafts houses. There's a Prairie style house, and of course we have Dutch colonials, and there are a few four-square houses. I don't think any other community in the city has this great variety of housing stock and style that this community does.
In early 1900s, somebody was sitting right on this step and it looked exactly the same. Now, who was there, you don't know, but it's good to know that it's still the same look, you know.
Well, my history in this community dates back to when I was a child.
We are just an open community which trying to work and get our families the best we can.
There's a little stamp of each individual person who's lived here.
To put your feet where so many before you have walked.
That kind of thing sends chills up your spine. Watch My Town, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on CharmTV.
I've lived in Ten Hills for about 21 years, and what I love about the community is that it is exactly a community. The diversity, there's a lot of history here. It's an historic district. There's such variety in the types of homes and the types of people.
And the diversity of people is quite amazing. Baltimore as a whole is quite a diverse city, but within this very small neighborhood we have, all sorts of races. We have Republicans, we have Democrats, we have families with young kids, we have retirees, we have gay couples, straight couples. So we have everything here, and everyone is just very open and very sort of embracing of the idea of community, living together.
I'm being from the Caribbean, my wife from Louisiana. I know a lot of people around here are from different parts of the country.
We have the variety of people live here. We have my husband and I, we're a biracial couple. We have gay people living here. We have older, younger.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the fact that Ten Hills is diverse. It's diverse racially, it's diverse age-wise, it's diverse gender, it's diverse culturally, and it's diverse from a religious aspect. And all these neighbors seem to get along and enjoy one another and enjoy the diversity.
Neighbors know one another. It's not just a quick bypassing, hey, how are you, or the glance out of the way. It's an interaction. We're involved in each other's lives a little bit more than superficially.
Everyone says this is a party community, but it's not like frat party.
Except Kim's birthday party is on Saturday. Did you know
Okay,
about
well
that?
that will probably be a frat party.
Ten Hills is the type of neighborhood that we all kind of imagined living in.
Ten Hills can teach other communities about the fact that living in diversity, living with people who do not think, act, or look like them is actually really, really great for your own personal life, and it's great for the neighborhood and the community. It develops strong communities.
I've never been one to live anywhere where people are so-called the same, and you can always learn from other people's experiences in life, and I find that a community like this is much more accepting of different types of people. Everybody kind of fits in.
I think the biggest lesson people could learn about our community is that diversity works when people get to know one another, when people really get to know one another.
I think when you know people and you really know what they're like and where they live and what they care about, then you don't feel the divides that sometimes exist in this country.
Solidarity, simply working together for a common goal, can strengthen the stability of a neighborhood.
Ten Hills residents have hearts that they don't mind sharing, and that is an example not only to our larger community, but to the world for that matter.
These are my girls, Solana, Kamali, and Jaya.
For more information on Baltimore neighborhoods and full episodes of My Town, go to www.charmtv.tv.